Hi everyone. So hope you're doing great today because a lot of you have been asking what are some of the universities that I can recommend? All right. There are a couple of universities that I can recommend here in Finland based on tuition fees. I think that's what you are interested in. All right. Um so there are a couple of universities and University of Applied Science. I think the difference with universities and University of Applied Sciences is because there are some like with 3,000 euros, there are some with 4,500, there are some with 5,000, there are some with 6,000, there are some with 9,000 with no tuition, with no scholarship or tuition waiver. That's what I'm talking about. But with universities, like they have different tuition fees, universities in the description box. So please make sure you check it after this video. All right. The first university I will highly recommend in terms of fees is University of Eastern Finland. With University of Eastern Finland, I think it's not just the fees, it's about you paying in installments. All right. I think that's the big deal. It's a big deal, trust me, because there are few universities in Finland with that particular option, and it's a big deal because the students are not like, oh, I need to pay everything at once, but you can pay half of it and then you pay the rest later within the same school year. That's what I'm talking about. So University of Eastern Finland has tons of scholarship. They offers the Finland scholarship. They offer 80%, 70%, 80%, 50% scholarships. So you can apply and you can do a master's degree in University of Eastern Finland below 4,000 euros, even 3,000 euros, which I think is a big deal. Like that's really cheap for a master's program. All right, so I highly recommend University of Eastern Finland if you are looking for cheap universities or a cheap university for your master's program. Even bachelor programs, they have two bachelor programs there. So if you wanna know more about University of Eastern Finland, you can click the link below, and also you can check the previous video on cheapest or affordable university in Finland here on my YouTube channel. Okay. The next university I will recommend with like good scholarships and low tuition fee is Tampere. Yeah, Tampere. They have amazing scholarships, especially when it comes to scholarships. Tampere University and University of Applied Science has amazing scholarships. So you can check it out because they have the Finland scholarship and they also have the Tampere University 100% scholarship. They have that. So you can apply directly to the university when you're filling the application form and you can get 100% scholarship. That means you don't get to pay any fee. There are other scholarships on their website, so you can take a look. And the next university is University of Ivascula, which also offers 100% scholarship, and they also have other scholarships. So their fees are really affordable. So these are my top three. But there's University of Oulu as well. It has amazing scholarships as well, and their tuition fees are really affordable. If you know Finland so well, you realize that most of these universities are not, in fact, all of these universities are not in Helsinki. All right. University of Helsinki is here, it's a big deal, but the fees are like, there's a lot. And their scholarships are really competitive. So I don't want to talk about that on my channel because I know that you're looking for affordable university. So University of Eastern Finland, Tampere University, um, University of Ivascula, University of Oulu. These are my top four universities when you're looking for master's program. All right. They are really affordable and they have amazing scholarships. So I highly recommend these universities, and I will obviously encourage you to take a look at them and apply if you are planning to take a master's degree program here in Finland. For the University of Applied Science, I think Savonia University should be the first on my list because during the first year, if you get to pay your fees within the set time, for you to get the early bird price. You end up paying 2,500 euros for the first academic year, and then you pay 3,000 euros second year, 3,000 euros during the third year. So I think it's really cheap and affordable. So for Savonia University, the fees is affordable, so I highly recommend it. And also, the fact that you don't need to write IELTS because of the entrance exam. Now I'm talking about University of Applied Sciences, so you don't need to write IELTS. So I'll highly recommend Savonia University of Applied Science. I'll also recommend Kayani University of Applied Science. Their fees is quite affordable after the tuition waivers. You'll be able to pay 3,000 euros. So it's also affordable. So Savonia University of Applied Science, Kayani University of Applied Science, and there's also this university that I normally talked about here on my website, VAMC, that's Vassar University of Applied Science. They also have amazing scholarship and their programs are great. And I recommend Vassar University of Applied Science because it's in Vassar. Vassar, it's a city that is like it's fast coming up with amazing career opportunities for immigrants, especially international students. So it's a lovely city. If you want to study there, I highly recommend it. And Novia University of Applied Science is also in Vaasa. So I recommend it because their fees is also quite affordable. There is Karelia University of Applied Science that I talked about here the last time. So they have their fees of 4,500. It's affordable, and then it's in UN, so as University of Eastern Finland. So these are some of the universities that I highly recommend. There are tons and tons of University of Applied Sciences in Finland, but I think I'm more versed with these ones, and I know that they are. I know I know that the fees are affordable, and the towns are amazing. All right, so these are my top universities and top University of Applied Science. So in terms of employment, like a lot of you always ask, like, can we get a job in these cities? Like these are not smaller cities. They may not be Helsinki. Helsinki is the capital city, but that doesn't mean Tampere is a big city as well, second big city here. So, and it's just 1 hour away from Helsinki by train. So you can get part-time jobs from this city. So it's not like, oh, the fees are cheap because you can't get a job there in these cities. That's not the problem. That's not the reason why these fees are the way they are. Each university, they know how they come about these fees and scholarships and schemes. So it is not like, oh, I'm talking about over near me, like Lapland University. Lapland is the coldest place in Finland. Like that's why they are encouraging students to go there. No, UNSO, it's a great city. Vasa, it's a great city. Tampere, it's an amazing city. So Kayani, it's an amazing city. Kopio, that's where Savonia University is. It's an amazing city. So students, they study there and then they get part-time jobs there still. Some of them tend to move to Helsinki after their studies because, like, as you all know, Helsinki is more multicultural. Helsinki has a lot of companies, so it's but normal that the big cities have job opportunities more than the smaller ones. But it doesn't mean like while studying there in these other smaller cities, you can't get a job or it's like impossible. That's not the reason. All right, you can try that. I know people who study in these cities and they've been there um since they arrived from their home country. I have my schoolmate. We studied in Vasa together in 2014 right up to 2017, and some of them are there working. They are doing expert. They are successful there. All right. I love smaller cities. Trust me. Like because with the small cities, once you start networking and kind of like reaching out, there's a high possibility for you to succeed there. Trust me, especially as an international student. So that's why I encourage you not just go to school to study. When you are attending a university, apply to become a student ambassador, attend network events. So that's how you get your feet, your foot in the that's how you get to, expand your connection and your network. So people get to know you in those smaller cities like in Helsinki. you're doing something no one knows about it. But in smaller cities, they tend to know what who is doing, and they can bring you there in the spotlight. So these smaller cities, if you know what you want, you take advantage of it and excel. So check these universities out and make sure you check out their programs, their requirements, and put things together in order for you to apply. There are different application times, especially for universities. Some are in December, some are in January, some are in February. All right. So make sure you check each university website, because there's no like, oh, there's joint, like, no. For university applications, they have like joint applications, but some of them also still have separate applications. But for universities, most of them, most like 90%, they have separate applications, and most times it starts in December, not even January. So you need to take your international English language test if you're applying for a master's or a PhD. So I advise you to do that now because you have just a couple of weeks and then November. So when it's December, you need your IT results with you in order for you to apply for this program. So I hope I hope I'm clear enough, and I hope that you will take a look at some of these links that I'm going to leave here and make good use of the information. Okay? So if you have questions, you can send me an email if you have questions about things that I haven't discussed yet. So don't come asking about links to the websites that I've already promised to put in the description box. Check the description box for more information. The links are there, and also make sure spend more time on the website before asking more questions. Okay? So have an amazing day and see you all next week.